Hey everybody, welcome to the Sky Lounge, and this is Sky High, episode number 31, boys and girls, on a Black Friday. And no, I'm not Bill Peters. I don't have anything against Black Friday. And yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Bill Peters, head coach of the Calgary Flames, was forced to resign today. All right, they don't want to say fired, but let's be real. He got forced to resign because the situation that unfolded was not great. So news and word spread out that when Bill Peters was in the AHL, he told one of the players when he was playing music to shut that N-word music off. To a dude of color. Yeah, not a great fucking move there, dude. And reports of him physically abusing players, punching and kicking the fucking players, start spreading out. And this is all after a week of, Mike Babcock's story coming out with the Leafs, where he just absolute shitbag move to treat Mitch Marner the way he did Mike Babcock. But from that unfolds this entire fucking thing of hockey locker room culture. And it's so crazy the way it's unfolding because and when I say it's the media. The media is painting this like the NHL is a white Klansman sport, and the woke media is not going to have any of that shit. And listen, I think in any sports, there's unsavory parts of the culture. The NHL is no different. Unfortunately, the way this has been exposed, the way this has been brought to light, has not been good. The Calgary Flames were doing their own investigation, doing their due diligence of research and interviewing people. And I'm pretty sure after all the corroborated evidence, talks, and interviews and shit like that, the Flames had no goddamn choice. They had no choice. They're looking at Bill Peters thinking, dude, what the fuck did you just do? Like, what are you fucking doing? What are you doing? And it's funny because I remember that very day, I think Wednesday, when a lot of these talks were just clear as rain, clear as water. That's a weird analogy. But I remember putting fucking money down on Buffalo Sabres on points +1 against the Calgary Flames because I immediately thought, yeah, this is a fucking disaster. I mean, if this shit translates to the locker room, what the hell are you going to do? But honestly, it feels like Bill Peters was such a fucking bang average coach that because he leaves, maybe the Flames start winning games. That's my whole thing. Because the fucking talent on this roster... Okay, the talent on the Calgary Flames roster should really be doing more. But with this whole thing, maybe the Flames can go at it. Maybe they can go on top. I don't know, man. Because who's to say at the end of the day who gets on top, right? Especially in the world of sports. Because it's such a short, condensed life, right? I mean, sports ball life, especially in terms of if you're an athlete, I mean, it's a very short life that you're living. But when you are living the best life and just giving back to the community and showing to the fans that you are committed, you're doing the best, and you are just awesome. I mean, we're going to gravitate towards you. And so on today, November 29th, got to give a huge shout out to Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson, my quarterback, and Vin Scully of the LA Dodgers. Now, I know Vin didn't play, but Vin is LA baseball. Just the way Chet Kern was LA basketball, Vin is an absolute legend. And, the Dodgers posted this little 5, segmented video clip of Vince Scully on his birthday, his message. I cried this morning. I cried watching that this morning because this is a man who is such a legend, but considers himself just a cog in the machine in the way he stated it. And I'm just sitting there thinking, dude, you're what made Dodgers baseball all these years. I mean, from the public side, that's you made Dodgers baseball. And even people who hate the Dodgers, I mean, they respect Vin Scully. So, a huge, huge shout out and happy birthday to Vin Scully. And is there anything else I need to say about Russell Wilson? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. You know, Russell Wilson is just this cat I can't get enough of. And it's funny because I tell people all the time, I remind people all the time the way I got into Seahawks fandom. And it is right after Super Bowl 49, right after they lost to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson threw the intercepted pass from Ricardo Lockett, which kind of bounced out and bobbled out, and Malcolm Smith is there to just pick it up. And I know haters and all the fucking little nerds are gonna get at it like, yeah, Russell Wilson sucks, he always threw the interception. You also realize that he also won a Super Bowl before that. And once they started following the team after Super Bowl 49, you just start realizing that Russell Wilson is the centerpiece of making the Seahawks team run. Literally and figuratively. And this guy just does so much for the Seattle community and just, you know, general NFL culture and community in general. Right? I said general twice because Russell Wilson is a general. That word pops up every time. Because this is a guy who would take his troops into battle and those troops would fucking fight for him, die for him, and do everything for him. Russell Wilson is just fantastic. Even in the worst times, he's positive. He's looking great. And I wish nothing but the best. Wish nothing but the best for you, man. And happy birthday to Russell Wilson and Vin Scully. Now, listen. You can clearly tell I'm wearing the Arsenal gear. You would think I'm going to hope Unai Emery a good future. No, not at all. Arsenal Football Club fired Unai Emery today, 2 a.m., Pacific Standard Time here in the United States. But I didn't really feel any remorse. Now, just objectively as a human being, somebody losing a job sucks. It does. And that's just a plain fact. When I've been in the casino industry where it feels like there's a lot of politics, and if you get ousted out, I mean, there's no real way. And, from the outside perspective in, it looked like it was a fucking political move, right? For Unai Emery to pop out after his football protest of just having the worst fucking lineups and tactics imaginable. But this is where none of my sympathies are there. Unai Emery got paid a shit ton of money to try to manage this club. And in 18 months, he's not only managed to fuck up our trajectory, but he has managed to solidify mediocrity. I think within the first year, shit was okay. 12 months, preseason, you're feeling good. All this garbage shit. And I think it really turned around in the Europa League final. I really believe Unai Emery got mentally exposed after the Europa League final. No real versatility in his tactics. No real idea how to solidify a lineup. You see just the arrogance that he deals with players, ousting some of them. I mean, we lost Aaron Ramsey. Simple as that. And I know Juventus gave him the better offer. And I wish nothing but the best for Rambo. I love Rambo. And I love that he's thriving right now in Juventus and for Wales. So keep it going, fella. Keep it going. We love you. But I don't love Unai Emery. I don't. I love the fact that he got sacked because this piece of shit was dragging this club down immensely. And I couldn't stand it. I honestly couldn't stand the shit he was doing. Like I couldn't understand like why he was doing these things. Like I get it, you don't like certain players, but the way you have destroyed and dismantled this locker room, it's a tragedy. It's a fucking tragedy. And holy shit, you should have been gone 5 months ago. Your ass should have been fucking canned right after that Europa League final, to be honest. I think that's when players really lost, the trust and belief in Unai Emery, because you have all these reports coming out that Arsenal players were basically openly mocking Unai Emery and his stupidity on the pitch and possibly off the pitch. I don't know. Now, Jackass might get another fucking job somewhere else. I'm pretty sure he will. Pretty sure he will. Anyone's probably going to be desperate for decent head coaching. And I'll give you that. Decent head coaching. Yet this team has to figure itself out. 18 months after Unai Emery's reign, what are you now? What are you going to do now? Because as much as I can celebrate Unai Emery's, departure, the questions have to be asked. Are you even that good to begin with? Were you just playing down because you didn't want to see Unai in there? What is the future lineup going to be? Are we still going to ice out Pepe? How's Freddie Ljungberg going to do as an interim manager? Because yes, he has been named as the interim, meaning temporarily taking place before the next head coach is decided. Now, here's the thing. I know the way they have everything done now. It's like head coach, manager. They're all kind of different, especially within the anatomy of Arsenal Football Club. But with Freddie Ljungberg just stepping up as interim, you ask yourselves the hard question, like, who would best fit us? Who would best fit this squad? And names have already been thrown out. Nuno, Allegri, and Pochettino are the three huge names for Arsenal Football Club right now that are being linked to being new managers. I would also say, personally for me, somebody like Julian Nagelsmann, Eddie Howe, very interesting names, very young guys who can grow with our club, with our guys. But will Freddie stay? I don't know. I mean, the whole thing was, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the great example of what happens when shit goes awry. When the interim manager stays and shit just goes bananas, right? But who the hell knows? Maybe Freddie is more than capable. I mean, the way he was handling our under 23s, our under 21s, it was absolutely impressive. And the way Steve Bolt's handling these young cats now. Maybe it's the fact that Arsenal's got fantastic young talents. Or maybe it's just great head coaching. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Moving forward, Arsenal fans. But come Sunday, it's a new day. It's a new day. Whether it's a dark, gloomy-ass day or or it's a bright, motherfucking sunny-ass day like today here in Las Vegas on Black Friday, boys and girls. Funny enough, Thanksgiving, it was raining. It was raining all day. And I was kind of surprised, kind of perplexed too. Like, what the fuck? I like the rain, but I want to take my puppies out on a walk. But it was Thanksgiving yesterday, boys and girls. It was. And Thanksgiving gave us something to be truly thankful for. The NFL. Because the reality of these games, all right, before I talk about them, there were 3 games today. Or yesterday. I apologize. 3 games yesterday. Fox, CBS, and NBC. Now, no matter what your opinion is on these individual media, conglomerates, there are human beings behind the production stage of making these games happen. Not just the camera guys, not just the fucking equipment people, but I mean the stadium staff folks, the cats who do the security shit. So, before I get started on the viewer, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who helped make Thursday Night Football possible. Right? Because without any of you guys, without the invisible legion, we wouldn't have football yesterday. And boy, oh boy, we got some football yesterday. Like I said, boys and girls, there were 3 NFL games yesterday, starting at 9:30 a.m., continuing until nighttime. So, with the early kickoff at 9:30 a.m., we had the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Now, okay, let's talk about this game real quick. I put the fucking money on the under. It was part of my fucking parlay. We got the -3.5 hit, but what the fuck? I just want to get that shit out there real quick. But Jesus Christ, Detroit. How fucking sad does sad get for Detroit? Like I don't know, dude. I don't know. Because David Blau, who the fuck is David Blau? Yeah, we were going to get answers to that when David Blau in the first half just started fucking throwing touchdowns like a madman. Just passes on passes. You're like, fuck Driscoll, fuck Stafford. Like, look at this guy, David Blau. Oh my God. And my buddy who's a Detroit fan was, just texting me like, man, I already thought of the puns. I'm like, yeah, bro, just trust me. Like, don't blow this. And it's funny because my Detroit fan friend said flat out, watch us blow this lead. And yeah, Detroit had a substantial lead in the first half. And then Trubisky falsed himself into being a fucking quarterback. Yeah, kids, I'm not gonna lie to you. This game was awful. From top to bottom. As much as I praised the production staff right before reviewing the goddamn game, holy shit, there was a goddamn power outage during halftime. I mean, thankfully during halftime, whenever they have the music on, whenever they have shitty commentating on, analysis on, I click the mute button. Because I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear the stupidity of, I'll be just singing, and terrible analysis by former players who probably have CTE, this dumb shit they are saying. So, you continue in the second half. Again, Trubisky falls himself into a quarterback. I feel for you, Chicago fans. You're fucked. Because you have fucking fooled yourselves into thinking, oh yeah, Mitchell Trubisky should be a good guy. God, you are so fucked. You are so fucked. But I mean, so is Detroit. So I mean, let's be honest. This was the battle of the bottom feeders. I'm not even fucking worried about these two teams in the long run. But the 1:30 p.m. afternoon game were two teams that, I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. If you think about long term, yeah. When you lead a fucking shit-ass division, 6-6? Versus a team that is scraping wins to hopefully get a wild card spot in the AFC, this was a matchup. This was going to be something else. Buffalo against Dallas in Jerry World, AT&T Stadium. And of course, boys and girls, we know damn well, even after that horrendous 24-20 game with the Chicago win, that this Dallas game was going to be entertaining. Not solely for the on-the-field product, but the way Jerry Jones has been just, oh my God, handling the media. It's been fucking hilarious. He has been looking like a fucking mother who is getting asked way too many questions about the kids. Can you just shut the fuck up? Mommy, can we get some juice? Mommy, can we go to the store and get some teddy bear? Fuck you! You felt that energy from Jerry Jones this week. All throughout this week. And listen, the whole idea of Jason Garrett getting fired after this Thanksgiving game, hell fucking no, it never crossed my mind. It's Jerry goddamn Jones! Coach Clapp is basically part of the family, okay? It's crazy. It's crazy how much fucking positive words there were from Jerry Jones about Jason Garrett, while Jerry literally cried. He literally cried. Jesus Christ. And yeah, you know what? I'd be crying too if Buffalo scored 26 unanswered points on your home turf. Jesus Christ, man. Your fucking defense let Josh Allen look like Russell Wilson. Oh my God. I mean, he looked like Cam Newton in that MVP season. That's how fucking bang average this Dallas defense looks like right now. There's no heart in it. There's no heart in it. And unfortunately for a guy who I like, Dak had an awful day. Dak did not have a great day. A little hip shit. That didn't help. That didn't help Dak at all. What it looked like was, oh shit, maybe the hip thing is a clear indicator of how to sack this guy. Although, to be fair, Dak's been having a fantastic season relative to the numbers. But this is not a great look for the Dallas Cowboys. This is a terrible look. You're still going to keep Jason Garrett? Oh my God. If the Eagles somehow sneak by you with their easy-ass schedules that they could legitimately go, 4 or 5 wins? And then they're in. Then they beat you going into the playoffs. That's insane. Like, the Cowboys, if you do not make it to the playoffs this season, I will laugh so fucking hard. And again, I don't hate the Cowboys. They get their ass blown out at home 26-15. I'm still sitting here defending them like, dude, they're still not a bad team. Like, look at the pieces they got around them. Just do something about Jason Garrett. But that shit ain't gonna happen. It's just not, man. Why would Jerry Jones massage his ego for leeway? That shit won't happen. Just like the Atlanta Falcons being winners. And then we went to Super Bowl a couple years ago, and then you had the biggest fucking choke ever in the history of sports. I mean, if you wanted to be cool about it and nice about it, yeah, you had the worst choke ever in United States sports history, okay? Even then, I don't think it does justice. Like, you guys are fucking terrible, and you continue to live off that legacy of choking and failure, and you fucking get your asses beat 26-18 against the Saints. Your fucking division rivals. Your big brother who teabags you every fucking time he can. Now that's a fucked up stepbrother shit. That Pornhub might be selling. You know, funny thing, Pornhub has the lifetime membership for $300. It's just unlimited porn, right? Lifetime. For Atlanta fans, it's just a lifetime of misery. It is. But, dropped my little weed there. Kind of like another Korean in this game. Younghoe Koo. Now, I know in the NBC broadcast, they kept trying to not say the word ho. Like, have you guys noticed that? They were not trying to say the brother man's name. I'm like, yo, no, that's Younghoe Koo Younghoe. You know, give the man some respect, all right? Because despite the fact that he missed 4 points early on, 3 points and a PAT, dude, Koo was a fucking monster. Koo getting a first half field goal, and then towards the tail end of this game, I mean, fucking end of this game, Koo had 3 onside kicks. He had 3 onside kicks. There were 3 onside kicks successful the entire NFL season up to this point. Koo kicked 3 onside kicks. Fucking A, brother, man. Oh my God, that's awesome. That's awesome. Like, as a fellow Korean man, I'm just happy for the cat. I hope this cat thrives, despite the fact that you play for fucking Atlanta, man, who just suck ass. Yeah. Atlanta fans, I'm not gonna fucking defend you. You guys suck ass. Matt Ryan looks toasted out there. I don't know how many fucking interceptions he wanted to throw out there yesterday, but it was embarrassing. It was absolutely embarrassing. And the crazy thing is this. All the stats nerds, all the analysts, all the apologists are gonna say, oh, they didn't have Julio Jones. Well, Matt Ryan is still statistically one of the best quarterbacks in the... You understand Taysom Hill, aka Batman, had more relevant yards on both sides, by the way. He can fucking block. He can catch. He can run. He can throw. You don't fuck with Batman, dude. Like, Matt Ryan is worse than Batman. Well, no shit. It's a little fucking tiny dick bird versus motherfucking Batman. What do you think is gonna happen? Batman wins all the time. And yes, Death Battle, you are wrong. Batman would win all the time. Even when he's lost, he's Batman. He's gonna win all the time. I mean, Taysom Hill is so awesome. And I'm so glad, these Thanksgiving games, it's funny because I think one of the announcers early in the game said, oh, you never know who's going to be a hero. There were some very interesting cats that got limelights in these 3 games. And on Thanksgiving Day, it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy how, in the Saints game, you had Drew Brees, finally making his 10,000th pass. Second only in NFL history to even get close to that marker. Brett Favre being in the 10,000 plus. I mean, congrats to Drew Brees. I mean, you are fantastic. This guy is just unbelievably great. But I mean, these unorthodox, characters being the fucking, the headliners in these games. That was great. It was great to see. Younghoe Koo, Korean brother extraordinaire, getting a fucking shout in that, late night game. Taysom Hill too. Batman. I've always knew Batman was great. And for him to finally show the world was awesome. Josh Allen. Ed Oliver, defensive tackle of the Buffalo Bills, making themselves just absolute units out there last night. I mean, fucking A. Josh Allen looked awesome. He looked like a warrior. He basically looked like a crone-ass version of Dak yesterday. That's what it looked like. It's crazy. And David Blau. Because nothing really good came of that Chicago-Detroit game. But boys and girls, listen. For our patience, we were rewarded with great shit. Just like Thanksgiving, man. You wait enough. You do nice things. In the relative spirit of Thanksgiving. And you get treated to the foods. Turkey legs, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes if you want to get into that shit. Stuffing, ham. God damn, it comes with the works, baby. And for Lane Johnson, patience was rewarded with an immense contract by the Philadelphia Eagles, just announced today. 4 years, $72 million. $54.959 million guaranteed. That is insane. Highest paid linesman in the National Football League. Congrats, Lane Johnson. My question is this. You understand he's injured right now. I mean, he didn't play against the Seahawks, and handing out these crazy contracts right now for the Eagles, it just seems like a very curious move in terms of timing. Like, why are you doing this now? But we'll never know. Is it panic? I don't know. Some people might say stupidity, perhaps. But we don't know. And you know what? Sometimes we can't figure out stupid. And quite frankly, there are times I just don't want to. Okay? Like John Shaw, defensive back of the Arizona Cardinals, will be suspended all throughout the 2020 season and will be eligible to apply for reinstatement on February 15, 2021, because this asshole who has been on injured reserve since preseason has been betting NFL games. This fucker has been betting NFL games as a player, part of the NFL Players Association, that fucking, union area. This jackass decides to just break the fucking rules and try to bet fucking games. You're a fucking moron. And you know what? I feel like the NFL, if they don't fucking hammer this down, I feel like you're going to set a dangerous precedent. Now, I know this might be a very small news piece that might not be talked about too much, but I'm going to lay it out there. I think John Shaw should never be able to play in the NFL. Not just because he's a Cardinal, but here's the thing. You as a player, an NFL player, bet on teams, whether it was your own or who else's, we don't know, knowing the intricacies of the entire organization as a whole, right? The infrastructure of the NFL. Like, he understands the culture of it. He may also understand some unsavory practices that the public doesn't know about. And so for me, it just comes down to, dude, you broke the fucking law. You broke the goddamn rules set by the fucking organization that's hired you, right? To do your fucking job and not fucking cheat the system and the goddamn game. But you've done just that. And I believe John Shaw should not be able to play in the NFL. He shouldn't be able to fucking play. All right? He should just go to the XFL and play there for, what, half a season, however long the XFL lasts. I mean, Jesus, dude. You're an asshole. Come on, man. I mean, do you see the teams I cheer for? I'm usually an asshole. And I just believe that if you fuck shit up, there's consequences. There are consequences, right? And shit, man, just be appreciative. I mean, Thanksgiving was just goddamn yesterday. Be appreciative of your circumstance. Perspective and context, bitch. So, boys and girls, I'll go ahead and end it there. Follow me at the Sky Lounge on all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Now, fuck off.